the government shuts down, that means they're only spending on essential services like public safety and law enforcement. That means hundreds of thousands of federal workers won't get a paycheck. Others will be furloughed, and those essential workers that do get to keep working, they won't get paid now. They'll receive back pay later. Even worse, federal contractors won't be compensated at all for missed time. National parks may not be open. Neither will places like the Smithsonian museums in Washington.
We have until Saturday at midnight to avert a shutdown. The shutdown would be incredibly costly.
National Park Service estimated that the 2013 shutdown resulted in $500 million loss in visitor spending.
I think that what makes this situation different this time is the fact that we've been dealing with a lot of inflation.
We are in the midst of rising prices and people's jobs not paying enough to keep up. So people who already depend on federal safety net programs may take another hit. The Free Store Food Bank, who served 30 million meals to people in 20 counties last year, is preparing for two important dates. The first is October 1st, where commodity distribution, or the food they get from the government, is going to slow down. And 40% of the food that they pass out to the community comes from commodity distribution.
That means less people will be fed, or we have to spend more to get more food to replace it. So that's what's been happening recently, is that we're going to have to go out and spend more on those food products to serve the increased number of people that we will see.
And if the shutdown lasts as long as it did in 2018, that's when SNAP benefits and WIC, which provides food for women, infants, and children, will also take a hit. And during this time, they're worried more people will need benefits if they've been furloughed by the government.
So two things would be coming to a head. Less commodities, less food coming in, more people signing up for help.
Yep.
And that's what you're most concerned about.
So we have been through this exercise before. There's, times of natural disaster and times of economic disaster. And so we try to prepare for all of those things. We have contingency plans.
But we have to keep this all in perspective. There have been 20 government shutdowns since 1976, and how it will affect the stock market or your investments is a mix. The government shutdown that had the worst impact on our economy only lasted 11 days in the 1970s, with stocks down 4%. But in 2018, when the government shut down for over 30 days, the market rallied over 13%.
Local 12 has more consumer stories just like this. Don't forget to click the links and press subscribe.